Welcome to today's video on the life of Saint Thomas Aquinas, one of the most influential theologians and philosophers in the history of the Catholic Church. Known as the Angelic Doctor, Thomas Aquinas left a profound legacy that continues to shape theology, philosophy, and education to this day. His works are studied not only by Catholics, but also by scholars of various disciplines worldwide. In this video, we will explore his life, from his humble beginnings in Italy, through his rigorous academic journey, to his unwavering faith and mystical experiences. We'll also delve into his writings, his challenges, and the immense contributions he made to the Church. St. Thomas Aquinas' story is a testament to the power of faith, reason, and perseverance. St. Thomas Aquinas was born in 1225 in Roccasecca, Italy, into a noble family. His parents, Landulph and Theodora, were part of the influential Aquino family. From a young age, Thomas exhibited exceptional intellect and a deep sense of curiosity about the world. At just 5 years old, Thomas was sent to study at the Benedictine Abbey of Monte Cassino. His family had high aspirations for him, hoping he would one day become the abbot of this prestigious monastery. However, even as a child, Thomas showed an inclination toward a deeper understanding of God and the natural world, setting him apart from his peers. By the time he was a teenager, Thomas had moved on to the University of Naples. Here, he encountered the works of Aristotle and was introduced to classical philosophy. These studies would later form the foundation of his groundbreaking theological contributions. While studying in Naples, Thomas felt a strong calling to join the newly established Dominican Order, a mendicant group devoted to preaching and teaching. His decision shocked his family, who expected him to pursue a prestigious career within the Benedictine tradition. His parents were so opposed to his decision that they took drastic measures. On his way to join the Dominicans, Thomas was kidnapped by his own brothers and held captive at the family's castle for over a year. During this time, they tried to dissuade him from his vocation, even resorting to temptations designed to weaken his resolve. Despite their efforts, Thomas remained steadfast, using his time in captivity to study scripture and pray. Eventually, his family relented, and Thomas was allowed to join the Dominicans. This marked the beginning of a life dedicated to serving God through intellectual and spiritual pursuits. After joining the Dominican Order, Thomas was sent to study under Saint Albert the Great in Cologne, Germany. Albert immediately recognized Thomas's brilliance, even though Thomas was initially misunderstood by his peers due to his quiet and humble nature. It was Albert who famously declared, "You call him a dumb ox, but I tell you that his bellowing will be heard throughout the world." Thomas quickly distinguished himself as a scholar and teacher. He began to write extensively, producing commentaries on scripture and theological treatises that addressed complex questions about faith and reason. His greatest work, the Summa Theologica, is a monumental synthesis of theology, philosophy, and ethics. It was intended as a guide for students of theology and remains a cornerstone of Catholic teaching. In the Summa, Thomas sought to reconcile the teachings of Aristotle with Christian theology. He demonstrated how faith and reason could coexist and even complement one another. This was a revolutionary approach at the time, as many viewed classical philosophy as incompatible with Christianity. Thomas's arguments not only bridged this divide, but also laid the groundwork for modern theology. While Thomas Aquinas was a towering intellectual figure, his life was deeply rooted in prayer and devotion. He had an extraordinary love for the Eucharist, often spending hours in contemplation before the Blessed Sacrament. His writings on the Eucharist, particularly the hymns Pange Lingua and Tantum Ergo, are still sung in churches today. Thomas also experienced profound mystical visions. One of the most significant occurred toward the end of his life. After celebrating Mass one day, he had an intense experience of God's presence. Following this vision, he ceased writing altogether, declaring, "Everything I have written seems like straw compared to what I have seen." This statement reflects his deep humility and recognition of the infinite mystery of God. Saint Thomas Aquinas is not only remembered for his intellectual achievements, but also for the miracles attributed to him, both during his life and after his death. These miracles played a crucial role in his canonization. One notable miracle involved Thomas's ability to dictate multiple works simultaneously. Witnesses testified that he could dictate to multiple secretaries at the same time, each writing a different text, without losing focus or coherence. This extraordinary gift was seen as a sign of divine assistance in his work. After his death, reports of miraculous healings at his tomb began to surface. Pilgrims who visited his resting place in Fossa Nova claimed to have been cured of various ailments through his intercession. These accounts were meticulously investigated by the Church as part of the canonization process. The Church also recognized Thomas's heroic virtue, his unwavering faith, humility, and dedication to God. His intellectual contributions were considered an extension of his sanctity, as he sought to use his mind to glorify God and lead others to the truth. These factors combined to pave the way for his recognition as a saint. In 1274, while on his way to the Second Council of Lyon, Thomas fell ill. He was taken to the Cistercian monastery of Fossa Nova, where he passed away on March 7th at the age of 49. His death marked the end of a life of immense dedication to God and the Church. In 1323, less than 50 years after his death, Pope John XIII canonized Thomas Aquinas. He was later declared a doctor of the Church, earning the title Angelic Doctor for his pure intellect and profound spiritual insight. His feast day is celebrated on January 28th, a date honoring his relics' transfer to the Church of the Jacobins in Toulouse. St. Thomas Aquinas' influence extends far beyond his lifetime. His works continue to be studied in seminaries, universities, and philosophical circles. The Church has drawn heavily on his writings in formulating doctrine, and his ideas were central to the reforms of the Second Vatican Council. He is the patron saint of scholars, students, and Catholic educational institutions. His life serves as a model of how faith and reason can work together to bring us closer to the truth. Thomas reminds us that our intellect is a gift from God, meant to be used in the service of His greater glory. St. Thomas Aquinas' life and work demonstrate the harmony of faith and reason. He showed that the pursuit of knowledge and the love of God are not opposing forces, but complementary paths to understanding the divine. As we reflect on his legacy, let us strive to follow his example by seeking truth with humility and perseverance. May St. Thomas Aquinas inspire us to use our gifts to glorify God and serve others. Thank you for joining me today to learn about this remarkable saint. I hope you found inspiration in his story. If you'd like to explore more about the lives of saints and Christian life, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you have any experiences you would like to share, please comment below. Until next time, may God bless you.